Hello, listeners. This is your host, Paul, from Stories Philippines podcast. Have you ever bought something secondhand? I'm sure we all have. It's more affordable and often just as good. Let's discuss a story submitted by one of our listeners, who we'll call Maria. Maria lives in Tagaytay, but she often visits various flea markets around the country, such as in Cebu, Davao, or even as far as Baguio. She also scouts great finds online, bags, shoes, you name it. If it's in good shape, she's all for it. Maria is about to share a chilling story about an old king-size bedsheet she purchased. Maria was strolling through her neighborhood in Tagaytay, known to locals as Navy, when she stumbled upon a Saturday flea market. She invited her mom along, who mentioned she wanted to buy a bedsheet. They were approached by a vendor selling secondhand bedsheets. Her mom spotted a white bedsheet that looked like it would fit perfectly on Maria's bed. The sheet was stained with yellow marks, but the fabric was thick and had a golden embroidery along the edges, which caught their eyes. They asked how much it cost and were told it was only 150 pesos. They asked if the stains could be removed, and the vendor assured them that a little bleach would do the trick. When they returned home, her mom soaked the bedsheet and was about to wash it when Maria noticed something strange. It looked like there was blood on her mom's hand, but when she looked again, there was nothing. After rinsing out the sheet, the water seemed to turn a blood-red color. Maria thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. They dried the sheet in the sun, and Maria couldn't wait to put it on her bed. It smelled fresh and matched her curtains. She grabbed a pocketbook and settled into bed. As she drifted off, she felt a cold feeling like someone was hugging her. She heard a whisper in her ear, "Tasukete, Ojo-san." It startled her, but she couldn't understand what it meant. She fell back asleep only to be woken up by a song that sounded like the London Bridge but sung in Japanese. When she turned over, she saw a woman lying next to her but couldn't see her face clearly. She wanted to scream but couldn't. Days passed and Maria kept hearing the song. She even found herself singing it in Japanese. Her weight was dropping and her mom was worried. Then one night, her mom noticed that Maria looked different, almost angry. "Maria, hey sweetheart." Her mom tried to get her attention. "Okasan, Tasukete," Maria responded before fainting. Maria's mom prayed over her and called on the name of Jesus. Maria came back to herself and didn't remember anything that happened. They realized it might be the bedsheet causing these strange occurrences. They decided to have it blessed by a priest instead of burning it, and only used it when guests were over. Listeners, the lesson from this story is to always be mindful of where we get our items from. You never know the history or energy attached to secondhand items. Remember, peace of mind is priceless. This is Paul from Stories Philippines podcast, signing off.